And this episode of Business with Two Times is brought to you by Blackwell Realty and Auction here in Nashville, Tennessee. We're at the beautiful studio right now, and I'm here with my guest, K Vic. Just came out with an album. I'm K Vic. Definitely recommend checking it out. Big Tony's a personal song of mine that I like and everything. So this is K Vic. So we just met and everything. Just kind of linked through Instagram and started checking out some of your music and stuff. But who is K Vic?
I'm K Vic. You feel me? I'm just a rap artist. Mm-hmm. My uncle taught me how to rap, like when I was like back 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to rap, but I always wanted to, because all my uncles would get high and you feel me, just freestyle.
Right.
So I was like, shit, that's what I want to do. Not the high part, but that ended up coming.
Hey, I like the high part. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, man. I just make music, you feel me? I make music that people can relate to, people understand, and also it being good at the same time, not just some bullshit. Because when I first started making music, it was just some bullshit, just me learning my flow and perfecting my craft. But yeah, well, in Tennessee, that's where I'm from.
And just from my personal opinion, just like the way I look at the rap game today is like a Lil Pump out there with all this ignorant rap shit that we hear today. He's no smarter than any of us. Yeah. Like, you don't think any of these face tatted rappers who aren't even rapping about anything that means something to them, it's not art, they're just putting out mainstream stuff. Yeah. See, with your music, like if you look up the lyrics, I swear to you, there's gonna be something that means something to you every like song that you have and stuff. Yeah. So like, why did you come out with an album that is I am K Vic, like I'm K Vic? Like, why was that your first? Was that like a proclamation, or what was your thoughts?
It was like a foundation. You feel me? It was just me telling my fans what I'm going through at the moment. Yeah. And why I am the way that I am. So I just felt like I'm K Vic is like the best way I could put it.
Yeah, that's me. Like
yeah, I got a song in there that's called K Vic. Yeah. And that's me, it's just me about my life, Yeah. And I have one called Eli, and that's about my son. So
how old is your son?
He's 11 months now.
11 months. Hey, congratulations, man. About to be a year. That's awesome. Yeah. And you said that your uncle was the one that got you in the game and everything and helped. Is he still around to help you out and anything?
He passed away in 2016.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is after he was gone, did you have another mentor or anything, or you just like you doing it by yourself now? It's you.
It was me and Dewan, my friend Dewan. He passed away.
Really?
This year, like back in July.
Wow.
July 18th, he passed away.
Well, man, there's that I'm sorry to hear that as well. But like with all those tragedies and pain and stuff going on, we all got our shit going on. But that's another reason for you to go out there and do it even better now. Yeah, because you had those influences in your life, and you can't get them back. Yeah. So now it's just like they live through you, through your music, through how you approach yourself. Like just meeting you outside, I can tell you got a lot of energy. You got those people in you. It's all that. It's all love. It's family and stuff. So what is So you grew up in Lebanon? Yeah. Tell me about that, where you go to high school and stuff.
I went to Lebanon High School.
Okay.
From 2012 to 2016.
Okay.
And I graduated. Barely graduated, but I graduated.
Yeah. C's get degrees.
A little bit, but yeah, you feel me? I grew up in the projects from the time I was 3 to 11. Then I moved a little bit out the way. Then I came back when I was 14. Then I stayed there till I got back there when I was 12, and I left when I was 14. Okay. And ever since then, I've just been on the opposite side of town in Rollingwood. Yeah. You feel me? Just making music, chilling with my friends.
Yeah. Do you think growing up in Lebanon, like especially because I'm from Mount Juliet, which is very far, and I spent a lot of time in Lebanon. Do you think that had an impact on the music that you have coming out? Like, is there a certain style around like Wilson County, or is this just something that like this is just you?
Yeah, it was just me.
It's just you.
Yeah, because there wasn't many rappers that I knew from Lebanon, you feel me, besides my uncle. Yeah. I didn't listen to any rappers from Lebanon. I listened to like T.I., Gucci, and OJ the Juice Man, shit like that. Yeah. The way my Uncle Travis was rapping, I wanted to be like him. And, I look just like him. Right. I sound just like him. And my family tells me that all the time. So, and I even sound like him when I rap in certain songs. Yeah. So like, I guess in a way I wanted to be like him, but even he told me before he passed away, I showed him a couple of my songs. He was like, "You gonna go far in that field? You feel me? Yeah. You different from the rest. You don't ain't out here rapping about bullshit." And
you rap like your music and I can't emphasize this enough, because like this is what keeps people in the game, like because your music, like that I can tell just from your album, just from some singles you drop, you know, it's personal to you.
Yeah.
Like there's no like that song pulls emotion from people, and that's how great rappers do a thing. They pull emotion from people,
right?
You know,
yeah, for sure.
And like when you like going on a track and like you just hear the lyrical like behind it. We were actually joking earlier. I said I think it was one of your singles that you dropped on Spotify a little earlier. And I forgot what it's called, but it literally reminded me, you kind of sounded like the Baby, but you enunciate your words, we can understand you. And then your lyrics mean something. It's a bop, but it's also something that's like, so, but for y'all who don't know, check his stuff out on Spotify. It's K-Vic, V-I-C. He has also on Apple Music. He has a ton of stuff on coming out on YouTube, a lot of things happening. Big Tony, it's a great single, check it out. Oh, of course, but I'm trying to think. So, do you have any anybody from Nashville that's just coming up or anything right now?
I rap with some guys from Nashville. My engineer, his name is Art. I'm listening Arts on Instagram.
Yeah.
He's cold.
Okay. You know? Hey, I'll give him a little shout out on the thing.
Yeah. So but like just being there recording at his crib, he's showed me to like new artists from Nashville. Yeah. Burgundy. Skinny Hendrix, people like that.
You met Lotus Music yet?
No, I haven't met him, but we follow each other on Insta.
Okay, yeah. Now, I didn't link with him, but I hit him on Instagram too and stuff. I checked out some of his stuff, but I was thinking like rappers from Lebanon. I remember like a bunch of people from Lebanon High School, and this was probably a little bit after you graduated, because I'm class of 18, so a little bit after you graduated. I remember some Lebanon rappers coming out with some SoundCloud shit, and they were like diss tracking Wilson Central and all that stuff. It's goofy. Like that's why there is no style from Lebanon. Like that's why you're the only person I've contacted from Lebanon, because like you're the only one that's had talent that I've listened to. I'm like, damn, okay, that's somebody that needs to be promoted. You know, that's somebody can get out there and do his own thing, and I don't have to worry about that food shit. You know, you're gonna be out there doing your thing, working hard. And so you have your own studio now? You built up on your own dime, or you work with somebody?
I still work with Omnis Arts.
Okay. Hey, that's what's up.
He's cold with it. You feel me? He know my sound. We already got the presets on my voice and all that. So,
okay.
I get in and I can record a verse with the hook and all that, like a whole 3-minute song, 15 minutes. Yeah. And then he mixes it like overnight or like the next night, and that shit come out perfect.
And where you make your money, I had a producer who does a lot of stuff for like country artists and alternative and like rock and stuff. And he's a real famous producer. He told me one time, he was like, "No, the money isn't in the recording or even the artist. The money's in the dude who knows how to mix that shit. If you have a good mixer in your back pocket and he knows how to mix it and make that song, like the voice go with the beat and everything, it can make the whole difference." And that's what I've noticed. It's like professional sound, like not even professional, because there's professional and then there's like a hit song sound, you know, and it's kind of got that mix to it. So no, if you whoever mixing guy you have, stay with him, because it sounds dope. So and you said you listen to Gucci. What other type of rappers?
Well, that was like back in the day. I didn't listen to nothing but Gucci and OJ the Juice Man, Yo Gotti, you know. But now you can I listen to the Baby. I was like, I was listening to him like late 2000. 2018.
Okay.
Because the recipes homie. He showed me his music on YouTube a while back.
Right.
Like that's right before he popped off and got big, like earlier this year.
Yeah.
But I listened to him. I listened to a lot of Biggie.
A lot of Biggie, yeah. That what song is it that always plays at Party and Bullshit?
Yeah.
Anytime I'm going to a party, bro, turn on Biggie, Party and Bullshit Remastered 2008. Man, I'll get lit to that song, boy. I'll be rolling down with the windows. Man, hey, oh my goodness, have a great time, just for real. But
I listen to a lot of Detroit rappers too.
Okay.
RGS Dame Dud.
Really?
Yeah, Drago Bino.
Do they have a certain sound that you notice, like Detroit rappers?
Yeah,
really?
Detroit got a very distinctive sound, and they hard. You feel me?
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they come out harder than a lot of the other cities in the U.S.
Nah, the only other city I could think of that like could kind of be similar, is it kind of like how Lil Bibby is with Chicago? Like it is just like, it's kind of like, it's hard, it's lyrics, it's kind of underground. Like, is it that kind of style?
Yeah, they got this like up tempo beat.
Yeah.
But like how how Chicago got that drill music, you feel me?
Yeah.
Detroit got like a certain sound to it. It just make you want to dance on God.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, send me some of those rappers, and I want to see what's up with that, because I'm always down to travel, go talk to people.
Sada Baby,
yeah, Sada Baby.
Yeah, he from Detroit.
Okay, no, that for real makes sense though.
Yeah, he signed to T Grizzly.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Bro, T Grizzly is my AAU coach. He's my his favorite rapper. Mm-hmm. And literally, if you turn on if you get in the car and say you turn on something Kodak Black, like older Kodak Black or something, he'll literally get mad. He turn off the radio, take the aux back, and start only playing T Grizzly for the rest of the car. Right? He's like, that man loves T Grizzly, bro. And honestly, I do too, bro. T Grizzly's a banger. But shit, you got any questions for me, man? What's up?
Just how long you been doing this? Because it's a nice setup.
So honestly, I started about this whole operation. I wanted to do film. I used to do, I was playing basketball on a really competitive level, and I would work out with some NBA G League players, some NBA players. You may know of Archie Goodwin, some just Kentucky boys and stuff. But I would be recording our workouts because I just wanted to have something to study and stuff. And but then I would edit them and just see all the dunks I'd be doing, and I'd put mixes together for just those players just to keep Instagram and stuff. Yeah. So then video editing got kind of good. So then I just was I know a lot of connections in business, so I could talk to a lot of business heads. I always want to do a podcast, a bunch of different stuff. So this summer, I did some things to make some money. You know how it is. Putting that money into the equipment and built it out and did the first episode on my birthday in July this year. But then I started to go to school with my degrees in computer science. So I do computer programming. I do a lot of other things. I'm working on developing an app right now. My YouTube channel's going off. I'm doing stand-up comedy tour.
I've seen that.
Yeah. So just a whole bunch of different stuff, and I'm very blessed. Everything's going very well. But honestly, this isn't you see, you got books under this camera, you got a tripod over here, you got it's rigged up. It's not all professional equipment, but it's building. That's my mom right there. Hey, but it's building every day, and it's a great process to learn, because I start off with little equipment and then upgrade, and then I learn everything about that. I just spend my time in the lab, just working until I can get this shit to where you wouldn't tell the difference between this and the Joe Rogan podcast.
It's dope though. You feel me? That gives it a nice touch. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man. we also got a backdrop where we be doing stuff too, all the agents at this real estate company do the portraits and shit right there. So this is a multi-use room. It's pretty dope, man.
Yeah. You ever take pictures for people?
That's my photographer right there. The man kills it in photography. Tate Stone, go ahead, I'll go ahead and give him a shout out, because I don't think I have on the podcast. He's my Jamie over here, you ask him questions, shit, producing. But man, he kills it in photography. We go to UTC, he does, and while we're in Chattanooga, literally, he probably have 100 different people that want him to do their headshots and fashion blogs and stuff like that. He's the man I send them to.
You got Instagram stuff?
Tate Stone 26.
And he's got a blog and everything. You want to check it out? It's pretty tight. I'm not gonna lie. He does some work in that field. Photography, it's a little I like videos because you can do stuff. But music videos, dude, if I could direct the hell out of a music video if I could get my hands on the right stuff. But then with Tate, he's the visual creative one. He sees a picture and he knows if you put the light on this side, turn it a little bit, just all the little nitpicky stuff. Dude got it down to a science. Kind of like how when you walk in the studio and you got your lyrics, but you know when you want to emphasize your words, down to a science. Exact same shit. It's just passion, Exactly. So, you said that you made it in music because of your uncle. You said you made music, all this stuff. But just personal reason, what's the message that you want to let everybody know through your music? Because there's always kind of that hidden layer, I make music because this part of my life was like this, or what is that reason for you?
It's just me being honest, Yeah. And I wish a lot of more other artists were honest in their music.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it is really fabricated.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sit there and feed everybody lies. You feel me? I'm gonna tell you about my life, because that's the only thing I can relate to.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just me. I can't put it any other way.
It's literally just your self-expression.
Pretty much.
If you're feeling a certain type of way and you want to give a message out to the people, it's just that. Nothing else.
Other people have different ways of taking out their anger and their pain and stuff. And me is finding a good beat.
Yeah.
And writing to it. Yeah. And whatever I come out with, and then I drop it.
Okay.
In hopes that people would like it, but if they don't, you feel me, that's not gonna hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
It's basically a diary on the internet.
I tell people all the time, like, you can tell me how you feel, but if I check my watch, but I don't have one on, I'm fucking happy. I'm asleep like a baby tonight, you know? Like, oh, you hated my show. Damn, I had a good time. Like,
thanks for the play, bro.
Yeah, hey, thanks for the $5 ticket. I appreciate it. Homie. Have a good nap, whatever you're doing after this.
Like, you feel me? I'm trying not to let other people's opinions defer me or deter me from what I'm doing, you know? Just keep my head on the swivel. Keep it pushing, you know?
Right. Yeah. Do you have anything coming out in the future? Like, you working on something right now?
Yeah, I got a song called Quit Sleeping on K-Vic.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah, that's the one.
Hey, by the way, you just smiled at that. I know it's about to be a banger. Both y'all started I was like, okay, no. I'll be like, all right, I'll check for the premiere. I'll be there for that. Yeah. Shit. Nah, that's
I should have a video coming out for it next month.
Okay. Who's doing your video?
Jordan Outside.
Okay.
Yeah, he be shooting for Brownheart Films and all them.
Okay, yeah.
Starlito and Chopper Mandel and Don Tripp and all them.
Man, Starlito is the only Nashville rapper that I can, like, from the beginning, like, I was listening to his, like, SoundCloud stuff, it's just Antioch. Like, Brody 15 minutes away from the crib. Like, literally dropping, like, you know, and he's not one of those dudes that left Nashville. He still lives in Antioch. That's one thing, that's the only little Nashville rapper that I really, like, know and fuck with. Like, not, you know, handshakes and hugs, but, like, listen to his music. Because, like, when he didn't leave the Ville. Like, he didn't go out and try to go to New York or L.A. and
he held it down.
He held it down, did a song with Drizzy, and out of the studio in Antioch. Like, that's respectable right there. You build where you're from, in my opinion. You know, you bring the whole family up with you and everything. And do you have, like, a group of people around you that you're, like, bringing up with you, or is it just, like, you, homeboy right here, anybody?
Me, him, Mike, Kahil.
Okay.
My main homies, you feel me, from high school.
Yeah.
Dewan was supposed to be in here, you feel me? But
yeah.
I took another pattern, you feel me?
Yeah.
But he's always with us at all times. That's for sure.
Hey, his energy.
Yeah, we put his ad-lib on every one of our songs because he said his ad-lib was going to be famous. We gotta make sure that, you know what I mean?
That's respectable as fuck right there, yeah. Like, because, like, I can already tell, like, his energy will always live on. You know, I sadly had a homie on my AU basketball team passed away this last week. And, you know, it's all good, You know, he's in a better place and everything. His family's doing okay, so that's all good. But, you know, his energy that he would, like, bring into the gym whenever he'd show up is his goofiness. Like, whatever, like, you know, of course we lost it too soon, but, like, he was the one who taught me how to be. So, like, you know, just wherever you at, like, no matter in what room you're in, what situation, you got 100 people in there you don't know, be the same fucking, bring that energy.
Exactly,
you know?
Pop your shit.
Pop your shit, you know, you know who you are in any room you're in. So, and he was the one who taught me that, you know, but he's gone now, but he'll forever live on, and I can see that with your homie Dewan, your uncle, and all that, and that's very respectable.
Yeah, we had a show down here in Nashville back in late 2017.
Yeah.
Me, Dewan, May, and we opened up for Agent Paco.
Really?
Rapper. Yeah, he goes to Belmont, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But I think it's from, like, he's from Lebanon.
Okay. Where was that at? Where was that concert?
It was at Rooted. Yeah, Rooted.
Okay.
That's like a boutique store or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he rented it out for the night.
Okay.
He had like 500 people come through. Yeah, there's a video on my Instagram. It's at the very bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, it looked green.
Hey.
Yeah, you can go watch it. It was turned.
Tay, pull it up on your phone real quick. His Instagram on your phone real quick. I want to see that video.
Yeah, you can see Juan in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Always himself, no matter who he's around. Man. He's gonna tell him how it is.
Let's see. Now, I forgot who it was, but I went to a venue in Nashville, but it was like a kind of a low down venue. It was one of my friends who's just not trying to get into music, and I show up and it's this like huge house, like a mile from Nissan Stadium. I'm excited. I pull up and I'm like, damn, there's not that many cars here. And I like walk in, bro, there's like 20 people, and like a huge, like they had a stage and everything, but there's 20 people. So I walked in, turned around, left. I was like, I went back home.
I done did, cause like my first show we ever did, the one was there too. We performed in Atlanta. We drove like 6 hours in the middle of the night to go perform.
Yeah.
And we got there was only like 30 people out there. But 30 people that was there, they was fucking with it.
And if you and I didn't know the dude enough to be there to support him. I just was checking him out, and he overhyped himself. That's why I walked out. But if it's either your event or one of your friends or somebody you're supporting, and you go and there's 20 people, you turn up and have the best time with those 20 people. They're coming out to show love and everything.
Yeah.
But for when he told me what he was about, and I showed up, I was like, nah, you're not.
You gotta live with you put the hype on.
Yeah, if you're actually gonna say, in your instance, you're probably just hey, pull up to this venue, 500 people showed up. But he was hey, there's finna be 2,000 people out here, and then 20. I was like, okay, you can be honest with me and I'll show up, but let's bring that down a notch. Come on now.
Can't put yourself on a pedestal that you're not gonna live up to. No. That's why I don't like to even give people expectations about myself.
And I used to do that. I would talk a lot about something I'd be doing, and then it would change up. I'd do something else. Just to kind of move on to something else. But then when you learn how to set expectations with people, just level them, this is how it's gonna be, and kind of set it at a lower bar. And then once it exceeds that, great. You don't ever hype anything up too much. Just give them the facts, tell them what it's gonna be, and then don't say anything else. I learned that because I tried to throw parties together and shit. And I would overhype it and then would show up. But then the parties, I threw a party at my house, and the one that I didn't hype up or anything, 300 people showed up.
It's trying not to be the one that do it.
Exactly.
It's same with my music. My early music would only get 5,000 plays and shit.
Yeah.
I was happy for that shit because I started off getting 10, 20, 30 plays.
Right.
And then when I dropped Follow Me, they hit 20,000 in less than a year. That shit was damn. Bro. Maybe the one that you don't think, because I wrote that song in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Left my house, went to Zach, this old dude Zach, Nan's house, recorded it, you feel me, in 30 minutes and dropped it the next night. That shit just took off.
Dude, and it's literally just something you kind of had inside your brain, put it out there and just left it alone. That's actually the same thing that happened. I did when I first started this podcast. I did 3 episodes in one day. There's only 4 out right now. We have a few out coming this week. This episode 5 right now. But then I did one with one we did today, Andrew. And Andrew, is from Ireland, has a lot of people in Ireland that love him and everything. And I put it out on Facebook. And my YouTube videos don't get a lot of views or anything, just because I don't expect people to watch a whole podcast. You listen to it on Spotify, but if you want to watch it, see who's actually talking, get on there, some good content. But I looked at the Facebook, and Spotify was doing alright and everything. I looked at the Facebook, and it had 1,800 shares between people in Ireland. And literally just happened about an hour after I downloaded the podcast. And I had 200 people hit me up hey, when are you, Irish people, Irish numbers, hey, when are you doing another podcast with Andrew? And I'm hey, whoa, hi, give me a few weeks.
Really good Irish accent.
Yeah. Coming out soon.
Yeah, coming out soon. But man, I didn't know it was gonna be hot in Ireland. Who expects that shit? I got 50 homeboys and a few women checking out my podcast at home, and then people in Ireland going crazy for this shit. We're going to Ireland. Hey, next podcast, we're going to Dublin, bro. I swear.
Podcast tour.
Hey, I'll pull up if they be waiting for me at the airport. Hey, I want a slow ramp coming off the airplane because people go crazy for the slow ramp. I was just standing at the top as that slow ramp just goes down, and everybody's cheering. I'm just slowly doing this, man. Bouncing. Hey, congratulations, the podcast is here. Y'all calm down.
But that's the other thing about it. You feel
it's among the world.
But that's another thing about it. You never know when your fans will be here. Because I thought all my fans would be in my hometown.
Yeah.
When I first dropped the song I dropped senior year, Who You Feeling with Me.
Yeah.
It blew up in my city first, you feel me?
Yeah.
But after that, I guess people got envious and shit just because I was making music.
Right.
I guess that hurt their feelings or something.
Yeah.
But all my fans is everywhere else in the U.S. and overseas and stuff. I have people hit me from Slovakia, Lebanon, the country Lebanon, Britain. I got a couple people in Britain that I be talking to. Some people in Egypt.
Yeah.
You feel me? Japan.
Dude, I saw your Spotify thing was 15 countries?
Yeah.
15 different countries.
Yeah.
And that's so cool because 10 years ago that was unheard of. If you were just now starting off in this game and putting out music, you were not going to be heard in Lebanon. That's not going to be. So, and plus with your hometown thing, they're not you're gonna make people mad making music because they are envious. That's a fact. You're gonna make people mad until you're something to be jealous of. Until they're oh, he's in 15 other countries, like, then your hometown's gonna be like, hey, it's good to, you know.
People see there's 15 countries and then look at somebody else with like 79 countries. Only 15 countries. Yeah, motherfucker. I'm from the United States. I'm from London, Tennessee. And then that's just like heard of, you feel me?
Right. But if you aren't making people mad from your hometown, then you aren't doing anything. Because like, I guarantee, as soon as this podcast is over with, I drop it, we get a lot of great responses. I get an equally amount of people that I considered friends growing up hit me and be like, bro, your podcast is whack. Like, it's just shit like that. If you're not doing anything, then nobody's gonna be mad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. People hate on something. You know, they don't hate on nothing.
Right.
So like I ain't never been a person to put myself over people like my peers, people from my city.
Yeah.
Like, there's a couple people that are good, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people that are good for my city. But like people listen to my music from my city,
right?
And they go into other people about my music, and then people don't like it just because who I am.
Yeah.
Just because they know me from the Taurus,
right?
And not from K Vic.
Yep.
And they're like, why you call him K Vic? You feel me? Why you listen to the music? Like, man, why hate my nigga?
Yeah, like
they fuck with it. They fuck with it. And if you don't, you don't.
Yeah, like it then, like, all right. It's the same people that have enough time to post on Facebook what they're feeling today. Like their opinion, like, oh, I have to take a stand today on politics on Facebook. It's the same people. Like they just want their opinions to be heard because they don't get listened to at home. Like they don't go home. Their wife, I guarantee their wife's not listening to them because they're just all day, like it's negative. Like, so in my opinion, like if people actually have something to say, because I'm always welcome of criticism of actual value. Like if one of my homies grabs me and goes, hey, do this way, and like, you know,
like constructive criticism.
But, and then the random people that'll slide on Instagram and be like, bro, this is whack. Yeah. That doesn't make me want to be like, oh, thank you, dog. No, fuck you. Like, have a nice day. Like, move on. Go comment on somebody's YouTube page. Like, somebody cares.
Go do something for yourself.
Yeah.
Because I don't put out my music, and I know you don't put out your videos in hopes to make other people mad.
No.
Or, you feel me? You just do it because that's what you love to do.
Yeah, and like, you're putting yourself out there.
Exactly. You just throwing yourself to the world, you feel me?
Yep.
In hopes that people fuck with it.
Yeah.
And if they don't fuck with it, I can't get mad because, you feel me? Different people like different things.
Yeah. But damn well if I'm not going to keep doing it.
You're not going to stop me from doing what I want to do just because you don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you like.
No, like that, as for real, you have to have that mindset if you're going to do anything and music and just anything. Because like people are literally just like, just from watching real estate, I grew up in a real estate business. I was homeschooled, but I basically like did school here, right, just around the office and stuff. So I would watch people come into real estate, and like this is one of the oldest industries in the business, and there are people making money in this that should not be making money in real estate. And it's just like if they can do that in a game that is this, like you make so much money in real estate, and they can be just not that on par and still make money. Imagine other industries. So other people, as you are better than them, because you rap better than other people, I would say you can rap better than like a Young Thug. Can you understand what Young Thug says to his shit? And he's got some bops, don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Young. I'm just saying like you can rap probably a little better than guys that
articulate better than most.
Exactly, and it's like, so when I'm saying like that is like you're gonna have to push some people aside and they'll have some words to say for it, but you only get embraced once you make it. Like that, yeah, like
you feel me? Like I don't know. I just feel like I'm gonna do what I want to do at the end of the day. Feel me? If you fuck with it, you do it. If you don't, you don't.
Right. But K Vic, man, I think this has been a great podcast. It's a great part to wrap it up. Do you have any shout outs? Anything you want to say?
I just want to say my name is Dewan. I appreciate you.
Oh, of course.
Maxwell for letting me come on the podcast. You feel me?
Hey, no, of course.
The first one. Appreciate Tate. You feel me?
Yeah.
Cool. It's my homie Blake.
And I'm gonna have your Instagram name pop up above you. All right, I heard, I got you. Hey, but K-Vic, man, this has proven great. As I'm getting in the music game and just like producing and all that stuff, I love to make connections. I love to put people on that I actually believe in. You know, I don't put people on that's just like, oh, you were my friends since 8th grade. Oh, I'll get you on the pod. Like, no, like this is a business to me, and this is something I take very seriously. So I really appreciate you coming on. And but I do want to give one last shout out to also our sponsor, Black Hole Realty, for letting us post up in this beautiful facility. And y'all need to check out his K-Vic on Spotify, Apple Music, videos coming out, and any performances y'all will hear off my Instagram, his Instagram. Instagram will be in the link below and everything. But hey, y'all have a good one.